Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be reviewing none other than the Ginsters Pasties. Now is it Ginsters? Is it Ginsters? I don't know. But what I do know is this is delicious pastry with a beef and potato filling. Who doesn't love that? So what we'll do in today's video, we'll get the pastries out of the packet and then we'll take a more in-depth look at them. We'll then cook the pasties and again, we'll take a look at them once they're cooked. And then towards the end of the video, we'll do our normal taste test, where of course we will give a rating out of 10. Now pasties, of course, they're significant in one particular corner of the UK, and we all know that's Cornwall. But do Cornish people eat Ginsters pasties? And so if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me, which food should I review next? And so we're straight into it today. We've got the Ginsters 1967 Cornish Pasties. Now of course, original 100% British beef. And a beautiful serving suggestion there. This is of course a 4-pack. Now for the 4-pack, the price £3.75. So that's almost £1 a pasty. However, if you were to purchase a pasty on its own, it's going to cost you about £1.30. So it actually works out cheaper to buy the 4-pack. And of course in the right hand corner there, it does say, enjoy me hot. Now, of course, we will be baking this today. We won't be eating it straight out of the refrigerator cold. And so we turn over the box, and it is quite a big piece of packaging. Of course, there's 4 pasties in there. We've got some commentary. Our expert chefs insist on using fresh, wholesome British ingredients. That's why this classic Cornish recipe only has 100% British beef and locally sourced vegetables, which are packed full of flavour, along with our Ginsters signature peppery kick. And it suggests that they're all enclosed in golden baked puff pastry for a delicious Cornish pasty. Now guys, that's one thing I've got to say. If you've ate a Ginsters product before, that it mentions there a peppery kick. Now most Ginsters products, they are known to be extremely peppery. So we'll know more about that in the taste test. And of course, we've got some nutritional information there. So each pasty contains, pause the video if you want to take a more in-depth look at that. We've got our ingredients. So the standouts for allergens, as always, wheat, egg, milk, and mustard. And ways to cook. Now, of course, it does advise you can eat these cold, but they are better if you warm them up. Now, for me, I've got a grill with a baking option. So I'm going to be baking my pasty to see how it turns out. But of course, you can cook it in the oven, the air fryer, or the microwave. So I think it's about time we go ahead and get one of these out of the packet. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And so there we go, as promised from Ginsters, a delicious looking golden brown pastry. Now I of course will try and give you a size comparison, because in my opinion, I don't think this is the biggest of pasties. So here is introducing a mug. Now you can see the pasty, I would say it's a little bit bigger than a regular sized mug. But of course, in saying that, for £3.75, you get 4 of them. So if one's not enough, of course you can have as many as you like. You can have up to 4. So let's go ahead and pick this up then. We'll take a look at the bottom. So the bottom, it looks like a normal pasty pastry type item. Quite solid. Again, I'm loving the colour on top of the pasty. That golden brown. And the smell, without even cooking it, the scent coming from this is absolutely delicious. I can smell a lot of pepper and a lot of beef. And of course, you can see along the top there, the solid twisted edges. Now, points to anybody that can tell me the story on why they introduced an edge to a Cornish pasty. Let me know in the comment section down below. So let's go ahead then and get this thing cooked. So I'll bring in my baking tray, my pasty, and it fits on there absolutely perfect. I could probably fit a couple on if I wanted to, but for the purpose of the video, we'll put one on there. And so then let's get this then into the grill and put it on the bake setting. We'll go ahead then and put in our pasty, and temperature wise, so as I say, we've got a baking option. I think probably medium. We'll go for a medium heat. We can cancel it off and take it out whenever we want to, and we'll click start. And we'll see then in 10 minutes. And so I'm bringing you back. We're coming up to 2 minutes. I'm probably going to take it out because I think they're already pre-cooked. So more than 2 minutes, I might actually burn the product. So let's go ahead then and take this out. And so moment of truth, how will we look? It looks done. It looks done in my opinion. Yeah, the smell coming from it smells done. We'll cut it open and we'll see if it's warm inside. And so it's really hot to touch, so I've got to be careful here. It's really hot. We'll pop it there. And there it is. The cooked Ginsters Pasty. Just 2 minutes in the Ninja 3-in-1 on bake setting. So let's go ahead then and cut this open and we'll take a more in-depth look at what we've got. So here we go. I'm really excited for this. Let's see what it looks like in the middle. Is there much filling? Straight away I can see potato and I can see beef. Let's turn this around so we can have a better look. And so there we have it, guys. The potato, I think I can see onion and beef. And look at that pepper. You can see the pepper there in the pasty. It looks and smells absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to get into the taste test. And so I've put them onto a plate. And guys, just an overview. That's a regular size plate. And you can see the pasties, they're not very big at all. So if you do enjoy a lot of food, you probably want to cook 2 pasties at once so that you've got enough food. Because again, now that I've cut that pasty open, I've put it on a regular size plate. It's almost bite size. So let's go ahead then and get into our taste test. So we are straight in then to our taste test. We of course have got the Ginsters Pasty. Now it smells again absolutely delicious. It's falling apart actually out of the pasty. One issue I do have with it, it's extremely oily and extremely greasy. So just bear that in mind. If you're not much for oil, if you're not much for grease, then this might not be the item for you. But again, I'm going to try and open up the pasty and you'll see the filling inside. It's steaming hot. It's really, really hot. So let's go ahead then and get straight into our taste test. Wow. Now that, in my opinion, is absolutely delicious. It's seasoned so well. Now I really do like pepper. If you're not one for pepper, then this might be too much for you. It doesn't just have a peppery kick. It's more than that. The pepper is actually outrageous, if I'm honest. I would want, in my opinion as well, the pastry to be a lot more crunchy and a lot more crispy. It is quite soggy and you'll see it's a lot like rubber. It just comes apart quite easily. But the taste is absolutely amazing. Now again, I said at the beginning of the video, the pasties and the handles, they serve a purpose, or at least they used to. So back in the day, miners apparently would chuck away the edge of the pasties because they'd be mining away. They wouldn't obviously wear PPE gloves and the hands would be dirty. So they would hold the pasty like that. They would eat the centre and then chuck away the handle. But in my opinion, I always think the handle is the best bit. So I think that's enough of the taste test. Absolutely delicious. The taste rating I'm going to give it is a 7 out of 10. The overall rating I'm going to give it, taking into account price, again, £3.75 for 4 pasties, or around £1.30 for one singular pasty. The overall rating is going to be a solid 8 out of 10. Now, of course, you can eat this on its own as a fridge snack, or you could probably cook some mashed potatoes, some vegetables, and have it with that. Either way, in my opinion, Cornish pasties from Ginsters are a win-win. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, and if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and tell me which food should I review next.